Good morning. It's 58 degrees out here in Arizona Zone 8B, southeastern Arizona. Coffee time. This is my second cup and it's the end of it too. It's wonderfully cool out. It is going to get to 76. I've got a couple of things in mind. You know how I showed you the butterfly the other day, which was a Gulf, oh man, I'm not going to get this word right. Fritillary, passion butterfly. The reason I might have the passion butterfly and just one is because I have a passion flower, which doesn't do well. I showed you in another video a long time ago a man who has a passion flower. It's a different color, but the leaves are beautifully green, and it grows all the way down his front yard and along his hedge on both sides and over an arbor, and he cut it back the other day. And it had thousands of blooms on it. It didn't have a brown leaf, but it must have been his fall cleaning day, and he cut it back. Well, mine doesn't look anything like that. Mine looks like an emaciated, very ill passion flower. I'll show you. Originally, I got that to grow over this arbor right here. Nope. Wasn't happy there. And I tried a couple other different areas. Wasn't happy. It is in a container because I am trying to utilize as much space as I can, given that I have a lot of hardscaping, which I didn't put in, but is very nice. I should say that it's not particularly even either, though. Yes, unfortunately my road is turning into quite a busy little thing. All right, back to the passion flower. So it looks peaked, and it's not just the season or anything. It needs to come out of the container, in my opinion. So I am going to cut it back for the year. I did that last year, and it's fine. And I'm going to plant it. Let me set my coffee cup down. This is a handy little coffee cup holder. How cute is that? I intend to plant it here. Why? You say to yourself, well, wait, don't you have sunflowers that you plant in there every year? Yes, I do. But I also have a lot of wasted space all along this wall that if the passion flower grows up and over, following my hand, the wall, it can spill over. This is a southern exposure. It may not be the best for this guy. It's kind of what I want to do. I also thought about is it a Lady Banks rose, a tombstone rose? That, though, would have a lot of pricklies, and I'm not sure I want to deal with that. I am going to have to make sure this tree doesn't go any further into my yard than it already is. In fact, I probably could be cutting on it now. My neighbor, I don't think, is going to take any action on that. No. Getting close. That'll interfere with my sunflowers, which do not go into her yard, but you know how it is with neighbors. You got to work stuff out, and if you can't, you just take care of business, I guess, right? I did tell her it was going to be too big for the wall. I showed you a couple photographs of how big these things get. So if my sunflowers get that tall, which they do, it would push against that. I will be cutting anything back that has crossed the plane of my wall. They don't care. They're not gardeners. They don't care about their yard one little bit. It's just a dust bowl back there, and I don't mind saying so. And that's fine. The guy who lived there when I moved in had a grassy yard. He was a gardener extraordinaire. They're not. So, but that's to deal with next year as the sunflowers grow tall. I did address it with her, but I wasn't able to speak to her in person. I had to speak to her on her Ring camera because that's one thing I want to do. I want to do that. I'm going to cut it back and put it there. Maybe cut back this citronella. It got a little misshapen. I think it might have lost some water. Let's see, what is this? This is actually an okay shade. This is lavender. I love the citronella, it still smells great. I don't want to cut it back yet. I'm not sure where the grapes go next year. I could move this piece out and just open up my yard a little bit for the winter. A lot of stuff's turning yellow. I presume that's winter and not lack of watering. Who knows in gardening, right? Who knows? I missed some cleanup, so I'll do that. Not too much. These are my little strawberry containers that are not coming back. They dried out and I didn't have water to them. The strawberries are very difficult to grow here. Oh, I know what I've got. I've got all the violas and pansies. I love them. And I've got to take some of them out front. And as you guys know, I do not like to garden out front. I love the garden out front, but I do not like to be an object of people watching me, which they do. So I wanted to note, this is 2nd of November. So whenever you watch it, it's the 2nd. The mayor of my street, they have a Facebook page. They've put up that it's time. Literally, that was the post, it's time. And there was a picture of some Christmas lights up, outlining the house. And somebody said, oh, it's not Thanksgiving yet, but this is a new person. And she said, it's too early. And he goes, not in this neighborhood. I had not just pulled in and maybe got my stuff. And 2 people came up to me, my neighbor and the one next to him. Did I do Christmas lights? They would put them up for me, blah, blah. Oh, it's early. Again, with the hand, and I'm actually not gonna be here. But I was thinking this morning that I will do at least the minimum. I'll put the lights up. He put hooks up for me, teacup hooks, and I will put a string of lights up, leave them up. And then I'll come back after Christmas, and that's the most I can do. I can't go through this thing that I've been going through every year like everybody else. Keep buying new lights, keep buying new things, keeping up with the Joneses, keep buying new stuff. It just gets out of hand. There is one neighbor who, she has an official date, and I don't know if it's a day of the month or day of the week within that day of the month at that time, that she holds out her official bins for Christmas. She has official bins for Thanksgiving. She has official bins for every holiday, and they have certain days that they can, and to put things up just upsets her so much. And that's the neighborhood. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do today, I think. I got to take it easy on this. This is getting more sore because, not because I'm overusing it, but because it's trying to heal and these stitches are bugging me. They may not stay there the full 2 weeks. I may take them out, but I want to give it some time. Sure, it does need another little cleanup, doesn't it? I see I pull weeds out. Oh, I've been getting a lot of in my bed here. Mugwort. Mugwort. Did I tell you that? It's just growing out of control. The only way I can figure out how to kill it is to cut off the water. But I went and planted all of the container daylilies. I put them in there because I thought I'm going to use this bed. Well, now I'd rather turn off the water on the bed. For one thing, it would slow down this nonsense right here because they don't water. That is coming. I am the one watering that tree. It is drawing water from the ground underneath my raised bed. So I'm responsible for the success of that tree. And I had thought about cutting off the water to the bed, but I've got my daylilies. That would involve cutting the tubing and then running a different line out to all of these, and then just the minimum on the daylilies once I cut them back, and I should be cutting those back maybe. I just don't know. I've thought of many things to stop the growth of that tree. That's the most successful that tree has been. They had cut it back 2 years in a row as nothing more than a weed, That is an acacia tree, and it is going to get really big. It's probably a volunteer. So they're not going to listen to me about how it's going to push against that wall because it's a broad-based, broad-trunked. Doesn't come up from a single trunk, and then, okay, a lot of chit-chatting this morning. Let me at least get this thing done. Yes, I gotta get it done. Talk to you in a little bit. As you see, I do have a hole right in there where I probably planted a daylily and it didn't take. So I'll move this one over. It's probably an established one that was in a raised bed. I don't have much room to work around here, so let me sneak around ya. Let me undo my buddy. I wanted him to go up and over, but I don't think he's happy in this container. I did repot him. I think that's not the answer. So, because I'm going to cut him back, I will undo him and his sticks and everything. Do you ever notice that's how British people say everything? Everything. I watch Outlander, and Sophie Skelton, that is her one tell that she's British. She always says the word everything. Everything instead of everything. Everything. What do we got? Oh, rubber band. Again, I gotta take it easy on my hand. It's getting sore and nope. Well, I don't know what I broke there. Something. All right, I'm gonna just cut it way back. Maybe start cutting from the end, huh? Might be easier to get in if I can. It's not healthy. The leaves aren't healthy anyway. There's a lot in here. What is this? It appears to be hanging on something. I'm not sure what. Why don't I just cut indiscriminately because I'm going to cut it all the way down. What does Laura say in Garden Answer? She cuts it back hard. I'm going to. It'll be fine. If it's not, lesson learned. But I cut it back a lot last year too. Let's see. I'm leaving the poles because I think they're the bamboo. Oh, there's a rubber band. Let me take these out. Always keep those. All right. And then let me just cut down at the bottom. Well, that was easy enough, wasn't it? There's not much to that. It should be much, much longer. Do you remember I gave you a tour of Savano up in Tucson, the garden center? I got this there. This passion flower. Let me get the mulch out. It's garbage day here. You know what? I actually don't garden with my hair down. I don't know why I have it down right now. It's getting instantly hot. You know, they say never to step in your raised beds. What do you think about that? Well, these definitely aren't really interesting. I was just trying to straighten them up for looks. Okay, I want to take this daylily out and just move it over a little bit. think I'll go ahead and cut the rest of the daylilies back. Actually, I won't. I won't. If it's anything like I should be waiting for the tops to die back. This is the funniest place. The water's just kicked on. Every time I'm out here, it kicks on. Change of plans. Ow, ow. Clean up my thyme, my ground cover. It should not be this difficult to walk around this yard. I promise, guys, I'm gonna do better next year. I'm gonna think about things better. This is just looking so messy, isn't it? These were the blooms. Maybe it just needs to be cut back. Maybe it's not just the blooms. It needs like a shave, you know? Yeah, these are blooms. I don't have my kneeling pad and I need it. Just always cutting corners, you know? This doesn't look good. No matter what I'm doing, it doesn't look good. I wonder if I should just take the whole thing and start cutting back. I didn't want to cut this whole thing back. It's got a great smell. I'd be surprised if this one comes back. I'm cutting it back pretty hard and it's getting cold, so I'm not sure that's the right answer. This might just be a hack job. It sure looks and feels like it, doesn't it? That's it for me today. I've got little chores, you know, putting away the broom, but you know what? I don't even feel like doing that right now. It's so nice out too. I think I've been on since I've been making myself have to do something in this time so that I can go up to Washington. I think I've been putting a lot of pressure on myself to get things done. Whereas this sort of thing could normally be dispersed throughout a season. There's no hurry. But I have felt hurry. I know I've got to get the irrigation resolved again. Not too much, you know. I've got a couple weeks to deal with that, but that'll get away from me. Especially when I buy new stuff. I got to figure out a way to get it irrigated in my absence. Otherwise, I could just come out with a hose for some seasonal things. The passion flower that I moved, passion vine, is it's already on irrigation, so it'll be. I hope it does well there next season. I won't know till next season. It sure wants to do well. Maybe having a southern exposure with a wall blocking the majority of the heat. I don't know. Can't say. We'll find out. Thanks for joining me out here today. You know, I don't want to do this, you know, just completely alone. I'm not done. I am getting those pansies planted out front. Yeah, quick as I can. I hate the performance art. All right, here's my setup. These 3 pots had ice plants and they're kind of tired, and this one lost some water. I got some back into it. I got a new emitter. I'm gonna get these pansies in. They should do okay. While all my neighbors are gone, thank goodness. Because I'm sure I'll have one asking me why I'm not doing my Christmas lights. Okay, here we go. To get this trimmed up, the outer edges.